we're not even conscious that we have about that day come up when we begin talking about the day, and it's not easy to relive at all. Just to, for those of you who may have just arrived or just tuned in, we did have a message from Milwaukee, York, Dr. Malachi's York sister, that we will reread just in case you missed it. Said, sorry I couldn't make it to this afternoon's gathering, but I did want to send a brief update on the master teacher's health. He called me a couple days ago to let me know that his swollen face had gone down a little, and I feel it's because we are all coming together on one accord, and that's the freedom of our master teacher, who's given us so much knowledge, wisdom, and most of all, he's shown us love, real love, which most of us never had knowledge of, until he came to give us what we wanted so we could want what he had to give. Isn't it wonderful to be in the love of all? Also I, Wakia York, on behalf of my brother, wants to thank our family for all the love and support they've shown in the last broadcast and all they have done to support his freedom. And I know it had to touch the hearts of everyone who is listening that has been going through this struggle with us and known the pain that our family has suffered over the last 6 years. I love you, family, and stay together and stay strong. I also want to send a word of encouragement to the sisters in Colorado for their outstanding persistence with legal research work. I know the attorney appreciates you as well as the master teacher. Thank you. We all have to stay strong. We all have our differences, but for Baba, we will all come together. I won't accept anything less, and he won't accept anything less than you all coming together. Do we understand? All right. As my Nuwaubian family, I love you. Thank you for everything. Umi Waki. She does talk about a little bit at the beginning. She's not feeling well right now, and she is preparing to visit the master teacher. So that's why she was not able to deliver this in person, but she did take the time to make sure that the message got out to the family. And we want to thank her. Now we're going to go on with our account of May 8th from the sisters' perspective. I was there that day, volunteering in the office, and it's interesting listening to everyone talk. Our differences seem so irrelevant and petty, because that day, when you're fearing for your life and the life of your family, it doesn't matter who liked who get on whose nerves. When your life is at stake, you're all one. And we've lost that. We were all brothers and sisters that day. Because there's brothers that we didn't even know were worrying about us sisters in our lives. Because we're one family. So I think we need to keep this day in the perspective of everything we do as a family. Not just the Nuwaubians who are on the land or at Athens House, but all Nuwaubians. We were all a target that day. Any of you could have been there that day, volunteering. Any of you. So as I said earlier, myself, and we have the sister Amina Powell also, who was working in the office that day, and we'll give our perspectives on what happened. I was standing on the stairs of the office. I could see the vehicles coming in. The sisters that I was with, Nep Mal Sheshmitet Atumrain, Sister Robbie Hibner, came in and told everybody she was serious, we were being attacked. The office was filled with sisters working, volunteering in the office. We didn't know what to do. Sisters are trying to lock the door. They're trying to turn off the computer. No one knew what to do. Everybody's running around frantically. A few sisters start to run downstairs to tell the sisters in the downstairs office something was going on. Myself and another sister tried to get down. By the time I even got to the steps, I heard a crash and a scream. And like the sisters who spoke earlier about the master's kidnapping, I thought it was shots as well. So we're all there. There's also young women in the office, teenage girls, so we're worried about them. And we're running around frantically, and someone comes up looking like something out of a movie. He has on padding, he has the helmet with the shield on it, and all I can remember was the sweat dripping on his nose. dripping down, and he had a gun. And he told us all to get down. Now, mind you, he comes in with all this force to a bunch of women and children with Bibles. So he runs in, he pulls a gun, and he almost looks bewildered with women sitting on the floor looking at him. One of the sisters got an asthma attack. She was afraid. And another sister asked if she could get her medication. And he looked, the man who came in looked kind of sheepish. Because he came in and he said on the CP, all I have up here is women and children. And we're all down. And actually previous to that, when they were coming in, at that time, sisters began reading the Psalms 109. Because we didn't know what to do and we didn't know what was coming up the stairs at us. Sisters trying to go in the bathroom, go under the tables, getting ready to throw things. I mean, everybody's in these different states. And I do remember one of the sisters in the office, at that time we were studying Christism. And she said, trust in the Lord. And I remember everything just got calm. And I remember thinking, I'm about to die. And that was it. I was trying to read the Psalm, people trying to, and that was just it. And I knew it was about to be over. So when he did come up and he saw it was nothing but children, one of the sisters asked, why are you here? Why are you? So we're just sitting on the floor. The sister's having an asthma attack. She gets the inhaler. She calms down. We're all there. He says our area is clear. He leaves. So then some time passes. It's a stairway going down the side of the office, and we all go down the stairs. We go to the carport. We don't know what's going on. Now, it wasn't until we found out that they had gotten a master teacher that everybody pretty much got hysterical. And I remember standing under the carport, everybody's crying, but I thought, okay, well, it's obviously something mixed up. They're obviously trying to just do something to Baba. He'll be home by the night. I remember thinking that clear as day. I never thought that 6 years later I would be talking about him and he would be incarcerated. I just knew he would be home that night. We'd send some lawyers, whatever it is, he'd be straight. So, really in a panic, we go to another one of the houses, and I remember it being filled with little children. And they were quiet, and they were calm. And I just remember being amazed that little children could hold their composure after they just had guns in their faces. They were sitting there, and they were calm. If they could be calm, I can be calm. So we're all together. No one's telling us nothing. They're taking our IDs. They're taking the stuff out of our purses. Some of us got IDs taken, not returned to us for quite some time. Someone asked for their medicine. They said no. They didn't want to let anybody go to the bathroom. We're here with a bunch of little children and sisters who have children who may not have been there with them because the children were being tutored. So they were in tutoring sessions. So sisters are wondering what's going on with their children because they can't see the children because they're in this house. One of the officers asked me to go to the temple with a gun. And I remember thinking, rounding the corner, of potentially getting shot. Because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what they're there to do. So as far as I'm concerned, I could turn this corner and walk to a hail of bullets, and that would be it. But fine. So we go into the temple, and as Elisha recounted, we're just held there. A lot of us are questioned. I found out today, one of the sisters was telling me they were questioned in front of their child, a bunch of provocative and inappropriate questions about Dr. York that were very graphic in front of her child. They're asking us all our personal business, asking for our social security number, why are you there, what's your address, all of our personal information.